Hey there folks, back at you with another video. Today we're going to work on the 91 Suburban. We're going to replace the spark plug wires, distributor, and we're going to set the timing on this thing. So please like and subscribe, helps the channel out a lot, don't cost nothing. Let's get past the intro, let's get into this. Alright, so here we are. I was checking the spark plugs and see how they were looking, and real quick, and yeah, as soon as I pulled that wire off, this was left on the spark plug. So right then and there, I already knew we're gonna have our work cut out. So and then I was wondering how the cap looks like, because if the wires, the spark plug wires look this bad, you know, you can only wonder how bad the cap is going to be, and it's rusty under there. I'm surprised this thing even runs at all. So we got ourselves new distributor, new wires, and some new spark plugs. So we're going to get that all installed today, and we're going to get the timing set and all that, and I'll show you how I do it. And so yeah, let's get started with this. So first things first, I printed this off, so this gives you an idea of what's what. So this is your firing order. This is the front of the vehicle. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the distributor cap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you know where your wires go. So I'll lay this off to the side. So this run right here, that's our number 1 cylinder. So that will be our reference point for the rest. And then we take the schematic. So, and that's right there. All right, so I'm going to take, already started on some of it. I'm going to start taking these clipper doodles off, or however you call them, so we can actually get to work. And yeah, so I'll get that done on the other side real quick, and I'll bring it right back. So all right, I got the clipper doodles off. Now I'm going to take all the spark plug wires off. I normally just trying to twist them around first and then give them a good pull. I'm going to do that on all 8. I'm going to take all the spark plug wires off the distributor. So all the spark plug wires will be gone, and we're going to take the spark plugs out and go from there. So I'll be right back. All right, we got all the wires off. I marked the number 1 right there, and as you can tell back there, oh, look at that gem, huh? Oh my goodness, that looks nice and clean, huh? Anyway, so now we're going to take the spark plugs out. Let's look at this here real quick. Well, they look lovely. So looks like somebody already put some new spark plugs in it, but the spark plug wires were in bad shape. The whole driver's side, all the plugs on the inside just fell apart. So, and for a couple extra dollars, we just run some new AC Delcos. So, all right, gonna get all the spark plugs out, and I'll be right back. Well, sorry about the sidetracking on this one here, but since we're having oil on just about every single spark plug, Even this one here, I was a little concerned. So I did a quick compression test. Everything is right around the 110 to 120 psi. So that tells me that the piston rings are in good shape. Most likely is the valve guides that are leaking, and that's why we burn a little bit of oil. So I'm less concerned about that. So either which way, we're going to go back on track. We're going to fix this vehicle up. We'll put the spark plugs, wire, and distributor in. We're going to run this a little bit. I'll probably do an oil change, and then after, I don't know, 100 miles or whatever, check the spark plugs one more time, or 200 miles. We'll check the spark plugs one more time to see if we still got some oil burning on that, and go from there. And if need be, I did talk about the previous video about maybe swapping an 8.1 in it, or we're fixing this engine up. Either which way, we'll see what happens. I got to see what the cost is going to be, and blah blah blah, and what I want to do with this truck. But first I want to run it and go from there. So anyway, so sidetracked a little bit, but we got all the spark plugs out. Now we're gonna try to find TDC, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna set it on TDC. I took the cap off the rotor right there, and I dip mark it, as you can tell right there. So I got a general idea of where cylinder 1 was. Next thing we're going to do is gotta make sure that we're on compression. So stick your finger up in there, and I got a ratchet right there, a 19 mil. Let me see if I can get you guys situated on this right there. Oh yeah, we're on compression. I'm going to keep an eye, because you'll feel that instantly as soon, when you stick your finger up in there and you plug up the spark plug hole with your finger, and it builds compression, or pressure. That means you're on compression. So that's where we want to be. We're getting really close right there. We're almost there. Now we should see some markings on the flywheel. Oh yeah, look at that. I already did mark it on the flywheel right there. Let me get you up in there. See that right there? So I want to set that at 0, which would be right there. So you got the notch right there, and that lines up with the line now. So we're at TDC compression. So now we can start taking the distributor out and get that all set up the way we need to. So here we go. All right, to get the distributor loose, this is what I got. It's just a regular extension. I cut it off right there. Weld that all back together. Welded this on the back side. This is what I use, and then I've got a 9/16 socket. I cut that off a little shorter because it's a tight fit in there to break that hold down bracket loose, and that sits. Try to get you guys in there. That bolt sits right here, right there. That's the head of the bolt. Here's the bracket. You don't have to take it all the way out. Just loosen it up, push the bracket back, and now you can pull the rotor or the distributor out. Might want to shimmy it a little bit. There she goes. Oh, there it is. Now don't be spinning it around and lollygagging around, because you want to make sure you set the new one exactly the same way and then drop it back on in there. And before I pulled this out, I did blow that area out because there's a lot of gunk that wants to accumulate over there. So I'll grab the new one. That's right here. Now I've got to set the rotor in the same position. Let me set you guys up here real quick. Give me 1 second. So here's the old one. Here's the new one. So I need to set that one basically right there. Oh. Right there. See that? So now it's basically identical. Make sure you got your washer on there. I need to switch hands here, guys. Trying to do this one-handed. You bastard. It switched on me. Need to be about right there. Don't force it, just jiggle it. Don't tap on it or anything like that. Just gently. I think we need to go back 1 tooth. This can take a little bit of finesse, and sometimes you got to turn your flywheel a little bit in order to make it pop in place. But you get the gist of it. So I need 2 hands for this, guys, so I'll be right back. All right, well, I had to use my ratchet with 19 mil. What you do is you just turn your flywheel a little bit back and forth, and then all of a sudden she'll just drop right into place. So she's in place now. We're going to put the hold down bracket back in place. We're not going to tighten it down yet. We just snug it up so you can still move this around, because we still got to set that up for the timing. Like I said, I got it nicely in place now, because, you know, on the end of the day, the teeth have to fall in place, and then there's a little, I don't know if you can tell here, see that little tongue there? That needs to fall in place as well. So that's what sometimes takes a little bit of work, but well, like I said, and then you just put your ratchet on there, right there on your flywheel. You just turn it a little bit and go back a little bit, and then all of a sudden she says clunk, and it's will fall right into place. So, all right, now we're getting ready for that. I'm going to do the hold down bracket and the bolt. I'm going to snug it up, not tighten it up, so I can still move the distributor around. And then we're going to put on the cap, and then I'm going to start running the wires and the spark plugs on all this. So I'll be right back. All right, I got the spark plugs in, if you can tell. So I got those in now. I set the gap on these right at 45. So 0.045, that's where I normally go for. So always double check, because you never know. Maybe they dropped one on the ground during shipping or something like that, and if your gap is off, you get a misfire, or it won't fire, or any of those things. So always double check. So we got the spark plugs in, I get the cap on, and now we're getting ready to run some wire, and then do that real quick, and then I marked my first one already. You see? Can you see that? Got a white mark on there, so that way it's clear. That's number 1 cylinder, so that goes there. And if you remember the drawing that I got here, or the printout, I'm gonna go off of that. So cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's how we're gonna run the wires, and then we'll be right back. All right. We got all the plugs and wires done. Done it according to the schedule. Just make sure all the plugs are plugged in. This is the one that needs to be unplugged right here. Single wire. It's brown or tannish, whatever color you want to call that. It sits right here. Unplug it, because that bypasses the computer basically to set the timing. So now I'm going to start her up, and I will show you what we got. So now you grab the timing light, hook it up to the battery. Number 1 plug wire, spark plug wire. Make sure you don't get it caught in the fan or anything like that. All right, there. We're on TDC. We're doing right. We're right on 0. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Let me get you up in there. Can you tell? Every time it flashes, that white mark comes right there to the 0. So if it's off, you got to rotate your cap around a little bit. Don't much, just a little. So, and as you can tell, we're right on. So we're doing really, really good. It actually looks pretty good. So now we got that done. We need to tighten up the distributor now, and then plug that wire back in, and you're going to be a-okay. So that's it, guys. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Don't cost nothing. And we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.